Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to peel back the curtain on a hidden but absolutely critical piece of tech that makes modern AI systems fast, smart, and maybe most importantly, safe. Let's dive right in. All right, let's kick things off with a puzzle. We have these unbelievably powerful AI models now, some of the most complex things ever built. So why in the world wouldn't we just use the biggest, most powerful superbrain for every single thing you ask it to do? Well, the simple answer is that not all questions are created equal. You see, using a giant superbrain for a simple hello is, well, it's like using a sledgehammer to crack a nut. It's total overkill. It's slow, it's incredibly expensive, and it's just wildly inefficient. The key is matching the right tool to the right task.
And this right here, this gets to the heart of a huge challenge in how we build AI. Let's call it the one-brain problem.
See, when you try to rely on just one single massive model for everything, you create some serious problems. It's way too slow for simple stuff. It costs a fortune to run for every little query, and get this, it's often not even the most accurate for specialized jobs. A generalist just can't beat a specialist. So, what's the solution?
The answer, it turns out, is actually pretty elegant. It's this component that sits right at the very heart of the system, the intelligent router. So, what is an intelligent router? The best way to think about it is like an AI traffic controller, or a really smart dispatcher. It takes your request, and in a split second, before any of the heavy lifting happens, it figures out the perfect specialist for the job. You know, that might be a huge language model for a creative task, or it could be a very specific tool, what we call an API, that's built to do just one thing perfectly, like check the live weather. And what you're seeing here really shows you just how critical this thing is. It's the central hub, the brain of the operation, sitting right between you and this whole arsenal of powerful AI tools, making sure the right one gets picked for the job every time.
Okay, so who really cares about this? Who does this smart dispatcher actually matter to? Well, the short answer is pretty much everyone involved.
I mean, think about it. From you, the person just chatting with an AI assistant, to the developers who are actually building and maintaining the thing, all the way up to the business that needs it all to run smoothly and efficiently, the router's decisions, they have a massive impact on everybody. Let's start with you. As a user, what do you want? You want the right answer, period. A good router makes sure you're not getting some vague, made-up guess when a precise, factual answer is available. Now, for the developers building this stuff, it's all about control. They need a way to manage all these complex tools without it turning into total chaos. The router is that central point of logic that keeps everything organized and manageable. And finally, for the business, it all comes down to the bottom line, right? Efficiency. You've got to deliver a fantastic product without breaking the bank. The router is literally the engine that drives that cost and performance optimization.
Okay, so we know who it matters to, but let's get into the why. What are the real, tangible benefits here? Let's break down the 5 core reasons this router isn't just a nice-to-have, it's an absolute game-changer for any modern AI.
And these 5 benefits, they really touch on every single aspect of how the system performs. Benefit number 1, and this is the big one, efficiency. The router stops the AI from firing up a giant, power-guzzling model for a tiny task. We're talking real savings in computing power, in time, and yep, in cold hard cash. Second, and this is so important, is accuracy. Look, if you ask a huge creative AI for the weather, it might just make something up. It's a phenomenon called hallucinating. It sounds confident, but it can be totally wrong. A smart router isn't going to fall for that. It knows to go straight to a specialized weather tool that gives you the facts, no fluff.
Number 3 is safety, and you just can't compromise on this. The router is your system's security guard. It's that first line of defense that's trained to spot and shut down dangerous or malicious requests before they can do any damage. It's the thing that stops a bad command right in its tracks.
All right, number 4, orchestration. Now, this is where things get really cool. For a complex request, the router acts less like a dispatcher and more like a conductor of an orchestra. It doesn't just pick one instrument, it coordinates a whole sequence of them. It knows to first grab the news from one tool, then hand that off to another tool for summarizing. It directs the entire performance to give you one polished result.
And last but not least, number 5 is scalability. Think of it like this. Because the router is the central hub, the whole AI system is built like a set of Legos. Developers can just snap on new pieces, a new tool, a better model, you name it, without having to tear down the entire thing. It means the system can grow and adapt. It's totally future-proof.
So, when you step back and look at the big picture, What does all of this really tell us about where AI is headed?
Here's the bottom line. The intelligent router is the unsung hero that allows a single AI to be a jack of all trades and a master of many. But as these AI ecosystems get packed with more and more specialized tools, you have to wonder, is the router's job changing? Is it evolving from just a simple traffic cop into something more? Maybe a true creative director, deciding not just which tool to use, but how to combine them in novel ways to solve problems we haven't even thought of yet.